Welcome to another episode of
These are the aesthetics. I haven't said that in a long ass time, bro.
Shit,
I'm
I
here.
miss this shit, man. I miss y'all, man. I go by the name of Cheech, aka I am not in love, love is in me. Aka, of course I got a condom. AKA the marathon continues, man. We back.
Oh man. Oh god. Well, as the audience shall know, my name is Gary, aka In Gary We Trust, aka Yo Baby Mama Do My Laundry.
Hey.
AKA you better holler at me before the price goes up.
I tell you that. You seen the new studio news?
AKA one of the devil's worst enemies.
Nah, just shit, for sure.
Oh man, I just, the fact that we here recording is a blessing, bro.
For sure, man. We've been through a lot, man, for the last 3.5 weeks.
Bro.
I'll just start, because, obviously let's address, well, we could talk about the status of things. Our engineer, as you guys know, passed away. Mm-hmm. So, we were grieving, going through the process and figuring out ways to move on. And that was tough within itself because you found out the news at work. So you couldn't even really react the way you wanted to. But I was off that day. I was running errands and I was shocked. You feel me? I cried like a baby. I couldn't believe it because I literally spoke to him a few days before, showed him our business cards, our Linktree, and, the different platforms we were available at and stuff like that. And he was very excited. He was excited more than me about, how the direction we decided to take with the podcast and the progress we were making and the people we were reaching out to. So when that happened, we kind of for me, I could speak, from my perspective at first, it was more so, yes, we do have something to do, a project to create and things to work on, but it was also respecting the family's privacy and wishes and making sure they're good. Because he was an engineer, he was a friend to us, but he's a missing piece forever to them. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure. And with, literally, I found out about the information at work. It's just crazy. I just really just had to sit down and take back everything that was happening. And the thing that really sucked is that I couldn't really show my emotions because I'm still at work. I'm still on go, as we explained on the video. Mm-hmm. And man, those 3 weeks, it's just, I would say I was definitely in a dark place. Mm-hmm. Because as people know me, I'm a Taurus. We have a lot of pet peeves. Mm-hmm. And usually I kind of I feel like I do a good job of hiding the pet peeves. Mm-hmm. But the fact is that the podcast was kind of the battery in my back to my ambition. And the fact that the podcast was just stopped, I just felt dark. Everything annoyed me.
Yeah, and
the smallest things.
And to piggyback on what you're saying, it was literally we say this, but people think we're just joking. It's therapy for us, and this is the only day out the week that I get to see my friend, and we not even really relax. We probably chop it up, sit at your house, watch a movie or a podcast episode or something, and then we come up with ideas. We do pre-production, and we come here and we chop it up. You feel me? Life is getting busy. We're moving up in the world, so niggas is just busy out here. So this is my one day to see you and create something with my friend. You get what I'm saying?
And people don't even realize that, I think we said this on the previous episode, we literally pay for each other's time, because the fact is that your work schedule, you work dominantly night shifts, I work throughout the day. So when I get off work, sometimes you'll be going into work.
Yeah.
Which is crazy. But besides all that, and obviously you guys can tell.
New set.
We're in a new set. We're in a new set. We're very thankful that we were able to Cheech, I was literally stressing that whole week, and I'm like, Cheech, I'm putting it in your hands. Please find another studio. And he's like, bro, just give me the ball. And trust me, I will not fumble it.
And I didn't, man. It's amazing how many people you know and how many people are willing to look out when you're a good person. This is why I don't really burn the bridge with anybody, and everybody serves a purpose in my life. And I think, God just looks out for me in that sense, because I never, I always leave the good for the great. I never look back, and going into this and going through this, I felt like everything happened for a reason, and I feel like we were right where we supposed to be. You know, that chapter closed for another chapter to open, and that was that, man. But I went through a lot psychologically, emotionally, because I never lost somebody that close. I don't know. I mean, I don't know if you have and stuff like that, because you have a huge family.
Yeah, some family members that they pass, it's just the thing is, with if someone that I know passes, it's kind of like you so they're getting kind of ill, so you're kind of already prepping yourself for it. But yeah, I haven't. A lot of people that just like I said what's up to a week before, and then the next day they're just like, oh, they're just out. It kind of hits different. Like I definitely after like the passing of Rob, it definitely taught me how to like value someone's time definitely more for sure. I would say like I appreciate when I'm with someone more. If I see someone I know, I'm gonna say, yo, what's up? I'm just gonna make sure how you doing and everything.
And you get to cherish those memories too. And I'm glad we laughed every time we were with him.
Yeah, man. But Rob, man, what I would definitely say about Rob is that Rob was probably literally the first person to really see a future in us.
Yep.
Like he definitely took a chance and told us that, you know, you guys are gonna be big, you just gotta be consistent. He was giving us a lot of good advice. Yeah, it's just the fact that it's kind of like Rob was like damn near like the mascot of the podcast. And when you don't see your mascot like cheering you on from the side anymore, it's like
it's crazy.
Yeah, it's a weird game.
Yeah, man. Not to get any religious on them real quick, but you know, to be absent in the body is to be present with God. So hopefully He's watching us from above, and hopefully we have that line, you know, that light beaming on us, and we should be good, man. We off to a good start. The marathon continues, man.
Yeah, for real, man. Shoot. So then, like, how's your mental health? Like,
mental health has been good. Besides, you know, the obvious that we both went through.
Yeah. Your current mental health.
Yeah. I'm fine, man. I'm good. I'm staying positive, staying home, learning a lot more different soft skills. Because I'm trying to find ways to create like multiple streams of income by next year. I'm just plotting, organizing, reading, researching, shit like that.
Okay.
You?
Yeah, me, I'm just literally just taking it day by day. I was just like getting kind of anxious for like today, and I'm like, wow, it just feels weird. I haven't really been up there and said anything in a couple of weeks. Like I literally just froze. I didn't really do anything with my sneaker channel. I started going on IG Live. I feel like I'm gonna continue that path, talking about sneakers and shit. And yeah, man. Music. I've been trying to keep up with some music, but sometimes when you're like your mind is kind of closed, you don't really kind of want to like take in too many things. But I'm not gonna lie. Like the one song that I've definitely been like playing like every single day is like Kodak and Yachty. Hit About It.
Oh yeah.
Bro, like what I love about that song is that like it has such a Broward feel to it. It's like that grimy shit. It's just like
they did it before from the D to the A or something like that. They had before.
No, that was T Grizzly.
Oh no.
That was Yachty and T Grizzly.
Oh okay.
Yeah, well like I'm pretty sure like Kodak and Yachty did something before, but it's like with this song it's just like gritty. Like when I hear that song I feel like it's coming out of like a dunk car.
I've kept up with a lot of music, a lot of R&B, mellow vibes. You feel me? You know, that's me at all times. But yeah, I mean, I have my set playlist. I go back to like the regular hip hop shit. Same people we kept on rotation type shit. But how's the wife treating you, man? You're glowing.
Yeah, man. Gael's treating me right. My family's treating me right. My friends are treating me right too, making sure my mental state is good. Thank you for literally everybody checking up on me, and because everyone knows like when I'm down. I don't really want to see anybody. And by the way, I want to tell people that like don't tell someone how to cope when they're going through something. Like if I'm not doing any drugs, if I'm not slapping anybody, leave me the fuck alone. Like
we did get a lot of support too.
Yeah.
You know, people reached out. I've made a lot of friendships. A lot of people offer their studios to us. Shout out to JR. Shout out to Bones. People really like believed in what we got going on, and it's funny that you kind of feel that when we stop a little bit. You kind of saw, the amount of eyes that were on you, and it shows us that we at least having some type of influence on people maybe that want to start something or got something going on. So that felt great for sure.
Yeah, a couple people definitely like approached me saying, "Yo, man, I seen you doing your podcast, and I really inspired me to do exactly what I really want to do." And like I understand, like if if you have like some sort of ambition, and I understand that like money doesn't come immediately the second you start it. It's just you, as long as you get that in that mindset, like, yo, this thing can really like help me get to where I want to be. That's all that really matters at the end of the day.
Do that shit.
If it makes you happy, shit. If it makes you $50 a year, 50,000 a year, 500,000 a year, as long as it makes you happy, that's all that matters.
Yeah. Let's get to it, man.
Yeah, man.
I found out some funny ass fucking news, bro. So I went to my sister's house, you know, because she referred me to a person that does taxes. So the day before I went, we chopping it up, we hanging out, catching up, and my sister was like, "Oh, just so you know, my mom always almost stabbed my dad." I'm like, I ain't hear about this. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Come to find out, right? My mom is being jealous that my dad has been talking at nights with this woman from our church. So now,
you Christians are nasty.
so now, I know two things. One, my dad is a very religious person. Two, my mom is a very jealous person. And my mom kind of like to stretch the facts a little bit. So I'm talking to my mom, and my mom, mind you, they're in their 60s, right? So when do us men get a break on, oh, okay, cool, I have this nigga, he's not gonna do anything stupid. I mean, you have 3 beautiful kids that are healthy and thriving, so you would think, like, you know, big ass house, you would think that'd be enough. But I just want to ask the women, man, when do we get a break from getting accused of shit? Because from my dad's point of view, he's like, you know, having prayer calls, and he's trying to be there.
What time is he doing these prayer calls?
Allegedly. My mom claims that my dad is on the phone past ungodly hours, which is like 10, 11 o'clock. But knowing my mom likes to go to sleep early, so it most likely is around like 8 or 9 o'clock. But my mom has this thing where when she's going to sleep, the whole house gotta go to sleep, and that's annoying because as kids, she used to get mad that my dad would stay up and watch movies with us. So that's the good part. That's the way I saw it, right? I'm like, why is my mom tripping? Like, when you built so much with my dad, why we throw it all away? But then again, I sat back. I'm like, I like to talk to bitches at night on the phone. The apple does not fall far from the tree. I'm like, if my dad is out here doing that, trying to mac on these church ladies, he's a sick nigga, man.
Bro, all I'm saying is, like, when it comes to like 10, 11 hours, those are demon time hours.
Yeah, but I mean, he's innocent.
I'm not saying I'm trying to air out your dad, but it's like, who's talking about Jesus at 11 o'clock at night?
You can't pray with your
you can pray whenever you like, but first of all, but if like, I understand, like, if like, is your dad like a pastor, or is he just
he's just a very religious person. He's very, yeah,
bro, like,
there's church groups where
talk to the pastor, the reverend, the deacon, the usher. But the random nigga that's freaking sitting in the aisle, like, bro.
Nah, but my mom can stretch out the facts too, because my mom feels like, you know, and we're gonna get back into this because we have to kind of understand what cheating is / infidelity. What is infidelity? It's subjective. So from my mom's point of view, she's looking at it like it's past a certain time. You should not be calling a married man's phone at this time. You feel me?
Yeah.
But from my dad's perspective, he's like, I'm not in a hotel with her. I'm not alone with her. So why should a phone call, you know,
so let me
be
look
that
up,
deep?
Let me look up the definition of cheating. Act dishonestly or unfairly in order to gain an advantage, especially in a game or examination.
I don't think it's any of that.
Yeah, but like, the thing is, like, when it comes to like with cheating, there's different like levels of cheating. Like, I do think that if you're in a relationship and your significant other consistently is known for flirting with other people, I feel like that's kind of weird. So I'm gonna kind of put that into the cheating category. Even though not a lot of people are gonna come at me saying that, oh, bro, it's just flirting, it's harmless. But it's like, well, if you're kind of like, if you have a fork and a knife, I'm assuming you're hungry.
That's a sick reference.
Just saying, like.
Or I could be doing the dishes. You feel me? But what's your definition of cheating? Like, what, like, if you saw Gael doing, you would be like, nah, we ain't doing that.
Oh, it's not really like with just like Gael, but like I would say like if you're like having like conversations like past 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, and it's like not about like writing. Cause I understand like she'd be having these Zoom calls about shit. She's talking to people from like California.
Jokes, I'm joking.
She'd be having Zoom calls with people in California and like other states, so obviously the time difference. But it's like you just gotta like if you're seeking attention from people, especially people you don't know, it comes off as kind of like weird.
Okay.
And weird kind of falls into the like, why are you trying to get to know this person when you have something that's like already here? Which kind of goes into like the category of like we were talking earlier that I choose personally not to have too many female friends. And I had this same mindset before I was even in a relationship because I know what Cheech is gonna go with this.
You're a safe nigga. You know, you don't want no problems. You don't want no arguments.
Bro.
And I get it.
I'm gonna make a statement, and I dare someone to quote me on this. So, I've only seen men with a lot of women. First of all, it only comes with trouble, in my opinion. Because 9 times out of 10, women are not known for hooking their guy friend with their friends.
Okay.
That's one. And to be honest, like, especially if you know a lot of women, it's okay with knowing a lot of women. I understand you have like different opportunities and a lot of different shit. But it's like, I've only seen drama when it comes to women. When a dude has like a lot of guy friends, it's like, it's cool, this and that. Ain't really too much like gossipy. And women are known to gossip and it gets kind of messy. Like, Cheech, you don't have to answer this question on camera if you don't want to, but.
Nah, hey, season 3, man. Let's go. Let's get it.
Yo, who got you more pussy in your life, women or men?
Well, I never, just like I said, you know, I've said to you prior in conversations, I don't look for women to put me down with other women because I feel like that's kind of corny. So I never went that route. But I would say men, like when we go out, when we hanging out, because men knows the settings that other men like to be in to attract other women. For example, if I like the water and I have a nice body and I've been working out all year, my homie is going to invite me to a boat party. Because women are going to be there, are going to be dancing, wilding out, and I get to take my shirt off, and I get to vibe, I get to bring bottles and shit like that. So men knows the psyche of other men. Women understand other women, but they don't understand how men view them. So that kind of poses a conflict. But I feel like what you're saying becomes a problem when people don't play their position. For example, if you honestly cool with women just to be cool with women, on a friendly level, there shouldn't be no problem. But when you sending mixed signals, like if you're trying to fuck everybody you cool with, now people are gonna be like, oh girl, nah, he's a creep. Like he's only trying to get cool with you to do this. You know, when you have ill intents, that's when, you know, shit kind of
But when it comes to that, oh, like, don't really fuck with him because he's just trying to fuck. Yeah, I'm not gay.
Yeah, but
I'm not being a creep, but it's like, I'm around you because I kind of like.
Understood, but I feel like it's more so a balance thing. When you're around the same person that, you know, obviously you dating them, you kind of have a responsibility towards them. Like you have to kind of accept who they are. And I feel like other women could teach you other qualities or characteristics that you might see in your girl that might help you understand her better. You get what I'm saying? You know, when you down, what do you like to do? You know, how, you know, you could see how other women get treated, so you could not treat your girl that way if you were not raised in the proper household. You get what I'm saying? So there's definitely other benefits. It's subjective. It depends on the type of guy you are. Yes, some men like to be friends with a lot of women to appear like they got hoes. Okay,
that shit is lame.
That shit is lame.
It's lame.
You feel me? And
it's nothing but shooting you in the foot at the end of the day. Because if you bring like a girl you're trying to get with around like your girl homies, that girl the whole time the girl's like, oh, so it's either he fucked one of them or he tried to fuck one of them.
Exactly.
Especially if they're all good-looking women. And I'm not saying that you like men cannot have women friends. I'm not saying that in general.
But if you have too many, it looks like you've been friend zoned a lot.
It's that too, and it kind of looks like why are you? Especially, it's kind of weird when dudes are seeking women friends in a relationship too.
Yeah.
That's a little messy as well, in my opinion.
Or you're not happy. It could be looked at that way as well.
Yeah.
So.
And there's so I know I'm kind of dragging this thing, but even when it comes to like when say if like Cheech, I'm in a relationship obviously.
Okay.
If like Gael is like telling you like our problems in the relationship, that's weird.
It is.
And bad and messy. But what a lot of men are supposed to do, but they never do, Like, if a girl comes at me, and I think it's happened before, if a girl was trying to like talk bad about my homies, about the shit that's not going on with their life, whatever, even if they're not a couple, they just fucking whatnot, I'm like, all right, no disrespect. I just rather not get into that because that's you and his personal business.
True.
My problem is a lot of niggas don't do that.
Yeah. But again, you kind of like saying kind of the same thing I was saying. You have to set the precedent of, yo, this is where I draw the line. This is what I want. This is the type of relationship I want with me and you. It cannot get on that level. I don't want to hear about your other problems because now you open the floodgates to be a shoulder to cry on. And I don't want you to fucking call me at 11 o'clock bitching about dick you wish you was getting or not. Like, this is not fly to me.
And it pisses me off when girls are like, oh, you mean I can't even talk to you? I'm just trying to have a conversation. Like, if you were offended, that means you're doing something wrong.
True. Yeah, I agree. What do you want to talk about next?
Let's see. Another thing I wanted to get into is how I think we were having a conversation not too long ago about how it's unhealthy to hold things in, and I actually was inspired by this by my girlfriend. She actually brought up this topic. Mm-hmm. How she knows when there's something wrong with me, and if I don't want to talk about it, she's saying it's unhealthy. Which is very true, but the thing with me is that sometimes I'm kind of hesitant of telling her all my problems because it kind of sounds like I'm complaining. Because I have a lot of shit I could be complaining about, but if I tell you or her, anybody, all the shit I'm mad about, it's gonna come off like I'm a nagger, and
it is coming off as you ranting.
And I say it all the time, like I really want to get therapy. I just haven't really had the chance to look for it. And it's not that I'm dying in need of therapy. It's just sometimes when you like release all those demons that's been kind of like in your closet, you just want to tell someone, even if the person's getting paid, they don't give a fuck. But the fact that you're telling someone that and they can't even like judge you,
true,
it's worth it for me.
Okay, this is a safe space. But what I will say is, to your point, there's not a lot of outlet and a safe place for men to express themselves. Because as a man, I already assume my responsibility. You get what I'm saying? I have to work. I can't complain. I can't bitch. I got to do the work. I got to spend that money. I can't really, as a man, really, if you really think about it, unless you reach a level of success where you can kind of chill and be to yourself or, buy some exclusivity, like somebody like Jay-Z or Jeff Bezos, you don't have that time to yourself to process things. Because everything is on go. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And any woman, I don't care if a lot of women can cap and be like, oh, I want a man to be honest and to open up. But if he does that every time you guys link, you're going to be like, damn, this emotional ass nigga, this weak ass nigga, he bitch, he cried too much. I'm supposed to come into you with my problems and now you doing the same thing. Now the roles have reversed and stuff like that. So yes, there's not a lot of safe place for us as men to express ourselves. And as far as like, it is unhealthy to keep things in, and you have to kind of talk through things as you go. But I also believe there's a time and a place to do things. So for example, if you guys are on a date and you guys are having a good time, it's not the time to talk about some shit she did earlier that day that you didn't completely agree with. So that conversation is so broad that we would have to like literally strip it to pieces and focus on one side of it. But for sure, like the one thing I could get behind on is it's rare. We need therapy. You feel me? A lot of young people won't say it, but sometimes it's good to sit down and talk to somebody around your age or older that has been through some of the things you went through to kind of give you a perspective, another thing that you're missing. Because if you stuck around the same bubble of people, the same thoughts are rolling over in your head and you don't really escape that bubble. You get what I'm saying? So yeah, it could get toxic.
And I think you mentioned it before that how like this is actually one thing I actually struggle with my dad. Like when I tell him like I want to like confess something that I'm not okay with him doing, he completely he deflects it and says, "No, you're just being sensitive." You can't do that when you want someone to like
hear you out,
and then you get to say, "Oh, you're just being sensitive." At this point, you're just being, like you say, you being a bitch, you being soft. But it's like if I'm holding this in, I'm just gonna lash out on you one day, and you're gonna be like, "Yo, where did all this coming from?"
But I think it's a generational thing, just like we was talking about earlier. So I feel like they come from that. Your dad worked his ass off to give you the life that you have. You get what I'm saying? Even if he had his excuses, he can really go to your mom's family and say that. You get what I'm saying? He couldn't even really kind of probably express how he felt when he was doing the work. So him looking at you living in this new world with technology and all these things you privy to that he worked hard to give you, it might look like you coming off as unappreciative. I'm not saying it is, because we the same age. I know you on a more personal level, and I can relate to you better than your dad. So obviously, my reception and my perception of you is different. But to these old folks, like when you talk to them, man, this generation soft, man. Fam, it's not my fault you survived World War II. I'm sorry you lived through the 60s. Like, I appreciate everything you guys have done. You guys have stood up. You guys have marched the streets and created ways to do as best as you could to kind of pave a way for change. But you have to give me the ball and allow me to score. You can't, as a good coach, you have to practice about what you think your team is weak on and let them execute on the court. Yes, you there to guide them, but you can't play the game for them. You get what I'm saying? So,
I'm glad that you brought up the fact that like people are like, oh man, I survived World War II, this and that. But it's like maybe you just cope with shit differently.
Yeah.
I cope by actually telling someone, oh, I don't like that the fact that you did that. Back in your day, you guys would just drink it off.
Yeah, drink it off. Some people exercise. Some people fuck women. Some people go to the strip club. Whatever your release is, it is what it is, and it works for you. It does not work for me. You get what I'm saying? It's a new age, and we got to do things differently.
You should stop judging every freaking body, yo. Like,
yeah, G shit.
Like you're not that cool.
And a lot of people too, what they do, I'm gonna get off this topic because women predominantly do this, is they pretend to be a shoulder to cry on just to go spill your business. I literally watch my sister go
women
through.
Friends.
Listen, no, women go through that with other women.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because I watched my sister go through 4 different best friends one year, and I'm like, yo, what the hell is going on? I'm like, you all can't be fake, because both of y'all is calling each other fake. Somebody's being fake. Who's being fake? Because this shit is cap. What are we doing? You feel me? So, coming from that, it's some funny shit that's been going on at my job. Why do us as men have to test the waters to see if anybody else like the girl that we like? Because there's this dude that I work with, right? He's literally walking around the whole place asking people, hey, what do you think about so-and-so? What do you think about so-and-so? I'm like, fam, if you want to fuck with her, say that.
Or run down.
She's, at the end of the day, she's going to pick what works for her. She's going to pick the best man. So, okay, maybe she could see me as a dick, but she see you as a husband. Do that. But you don't have to kind of fish to see what the pulse is in the streets before you make a move.
Sometimes you got to, man, because there's some women out here that you think they like, oh, she's so beautiful. Like, even when it be the woman with like a lot of attitude that think they the baddest ones. Turns out that you're the one you sucking 3 niggas' dicks the other week. So I got to do my research. I got to dip my toe in there.
Like, the research is fine, but when you brushing it off like you're really not trying to fuck with her, but you really love her, is a problem for me. Fam, you love the girl, talk to her.
Palm Beach State days, we definitely went through that.
We seen a lot of niggas backstab each other. Like, it's crazy. It's not that deep. There's 1,000 girls on campus. Bro, there's enough to feed the streets. Like, relax.
I've seen pussy ruin so many friendships. It's ridiculous.
1,000%. And I have a name that came up in my mind, and I cannot say who it is, but let's just say Miami. But man, it's crazy, man. It's crazy.
As far as like, testing the water is like, as far as like, well, sometimes you gotta be like, hey, yo, man, any y'all fucking that or about to fuck that? Like, it's okay. Is it okay to ask that question? But
scoping the scene, yes. Testing the waters, no.
I don't think it's like a call worthy, but it's like one of those things where it's like, oh, if you at the homie's house, you guys playing 2K, and I'm like, oh shit, yeah, man, Kyrie just crossed that nigga. By the way, man, y'all know who fucking such and such?
You know what's crazy? I think at some point in time that has happened to me. There's this girl that I was in communication with.
Respectable floozy.
You get what I'm saying? But she was messing with the homie. But she don't think I know she messing with the homie. But the homie, me and the homie, like, we talk. You feel me? So my thing is, if you still hooked up on Jit, do that. Say that. But don't try to entertain me, act like we don't know each other and I know what you're doing. You trying to put up the perception like you this good girl that don't be doing shit, and you begging the nigga to come through. You feel me? That shit is cat. What are we doing?
Should be mad funny. It was like if both y'all niggas talking to the same girl, but then like after y'all both fit, y'all supposed to jersey swap.
Yeah.
Like the Yachty and
you gotta flick up. I told him, I told him, if things go according to plan, fam, we gotta drop that album cover, man.
Y'all petty as fuck, bro. Y'all petty as fuck.
Nah, man. Women really be trying to pit dudes up against each other. And what I've seen a lot of women do when they get attention from a lot of dudes in the same circle, they kind of like have you guys go head to head. Mm-hmm. It's like, yo, I'm not a gladiator, bitch. I'm not gonna fight for your love. There's flavor of love. I'm not gonna fight for your love. What I look like?
Oh man.
Oh my god.
This topic is got a little spice to it.
I know you designed it after me.
What I wanted to talk about especially is people doing couple shit, but they're not couples.
Okay. And what do you mean by that?
All right, Drewski.
What do you mean by that?
What I mean is that, like, in my eyes, if I always see you with the opposite sex, mm-hmm. and y'all don't claim each other as best friends, mm-hmm. y'all going out, this and that, y'all don't do pictures, but it's like every time I see you, y'all together. Mm-hmm. And it sometimes even gets to a point where it's like you can't even run down on certain females because the female that you with is consistently on your hip.
Okay. You got a cane, man?
and it's to a certain point where it's like if you, because you have to tell me, because I'm a family oriented guy. If I really am feeling a chick, I'm definitely gonna cuff. I'm a lover boy. I'm the real certified lover boy.
Okay, I get it. Shout out to Gary.
But if you like want to do a lot of couple shit with the girl, but don't want to like claim, what's the science behind that? Like why? Just break it down to me.
The science behind that, bro. Realistically, I like to call myself a sucker for potential. So what it is, I'm currently dating. So what it is you meet a few different women that are amazing, and you go on dates and you learn about them and they learn about you, and with time you see what fits you best. And with time, I believe everybody reveal who they are. You get what I'm saying? Like, I feel like this is why dating is becoming dead, because you get women that go on Instagram saying, sis, you deserve better, sis. Like, if that nigga don't want to give you this energy, another nigga will. Like, yo, I don't know you. I just met you. I'm not going to take you on vacation to Bora Bora. Like, it doesn't work like that. I'm not going to drop a bag. I'm not going to invest my time, my energy, my future, my plans and my goals and my dreams with you if I know you're not really in my life to stay. So that process, I like to use that process because, you feel me, I'm giving you a percentage of me that would be in a relationship just to see how you act. Because it's all about giving people freedom in my eyes. I'm going to give you the benefit of doubt to see how you are and how you treat me. And based off that, I make a decision if you want to be in my life or not. Like, because you know me, the situation I'm currently going through right now, it's about ambition. I want to feel your ambition because I know what I want in life, and I know where my life is heading. And I don't want to, you feel me? I want both of us to go to work and come home and talk to each other about our days. And it's exciting. I'm excited to hear about your day. You're excited to hear about my day. You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I don't want it to the point where it's like I'm living my best life, living my dreams, and you bitter, salty, and your ego is bruised, and you shitting on my dreams. Because I don't want to come back home to bad energy. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. You feel me? I want a happy home, and I don't believe in a stay-at-home wife system. You get what I'm saying? I want you to do something. And I'm a creative, you feel me? I would prefer my wife to be a creative as well. Like, let's exchange energy, and I want you to be my muse and you to inspire my ideas to keep my energy rolling. So, yeah, man, you describing dating. That aspect of dating that you described is dead. It's about giving people a hint, an inch, and see if they take a mile. You get what I'm saying?
But here's the thing now. Mm-hmm. Like, I understand that method more thoroughly now, but what if you find a girl while you're in the process of, like, you're with this girl, you're not claiming, but you guys do couple shit. But what if other women start realizing that you're consistently around this girl? Are they wrong to think y'all fucking?
No, they're not wrong for that, but you know, it depends on how discreet you are. You feel me? All my situations, since I got something going on, women like to brag. Oh, you know him, he does this. Like, don't mention me around your friends. Don't name drop.
But the fact that
I'm not your man, shorty. Like, stop.
But in my opinion, though, if you got to be discreet, why don't you just already cuff?
Because Gary, you don't know what you get. It's like I'm digging my hand in the fucking barrel. I don't know if the crab is gonna crawl on my arm or bite me.
But bro, you already in the car. You got the engine running. You're seated down. All you gotta do is put the seatbelt on. What's stopping you?
But you know how they say like the first few months is sweet and then shit fades and the chemistry is not there. So for me, it's more so like seeing what you have to offer. I'm beyond pussy right now. You get what I'm saying? I don't care for that. Like, okay, it's gonna, if I'm physically attracted to you, you physically attracted to me, it's inevitable. It's gonna happen. We grown. You get what I'm saying? If it's not happening, you childish, we're not even gonna start this. You feel me? How do you expect to create a family, babies, none of that if you're not physical with me? Because I have to see you in all form. I have to see you emotionally, physically, mentally, spiritually. You get what I'm saying? So my thing is, I kind of give women the freedom to become who they are. Like I said, I'm looking at the potential. I'm really in love with the potential. There's been dope women that I've met, and it's like, okay, you're amazing, you beautiful, but you don't have any ambition. You want to be my girlfriend. Being my girlfriend is going to be the accomplishment for you. And I don't want that to be the cap. Because you feel me? Let's say I make it big and we trying to buy a $10 million mansion. I'm the only one with money in the relationship. Who's going to drop down on the house? Our dream house that we have to build, or getaway or honeymoon that we have to spend money on, how are we going to go about that? So I'm looking at it, love to me is a bigger game. I'm not looking at the person anymore. I'm looking at how do we get to where we both want to go, and how can we be of value to each other?
All right, the thing is why I don't...
I'm looking for value.
The thing is, reason why I don't agree fully with what you just said, because you're saying that, like, you're not really as far as the person, you just, like, in my eyes, and all of what you just said, I just want to get to the end goal. Sometimes it doesn't matter who's next to me.
I mean, you know me, I need a bad bitch next to me at all times, but I'm just saying, like, I feel more so like, I'd rather say, I remember there's this video that I saw, Prince Williams, the young one, he was telling the owner of Disney, hey, my wife could do a great voiceover. Like, she acts. She's been taking acting classes. Put her in your next movie, like literally on a red carpet. So I want to be that type of dude. You get what I'm saying? Oh, he's the host of this. He's a media this. He's a media that. Okay, cool. I'm pulling up to a function with so-and-so. What does she do? You can't just be an Instagram model. You can't be just a pretty face next to me. You have to have your own story. Because I don't want the night to be all about me. I don't want my life to be all about me. I don't want the life that we build together to be all about me.
All right, so last question I have for you and all men that think like this. How long should the dating phase should be before you cuff someone? Because I've seen niggas that do exactly what you're doing, doing that shit for years. And I'm like, bro, if you've been literally walking around with this girl, people already think that's your bitch, but it really isn't, for like 4 or 5 years, nigga, you should have just cuffed her at that point, because you losing plays because you are always around this chick.
Okay. I can see how you can see it, because you already know my situation, and I told you a few instances where people have come up to me and be like, you know.
That's not even just your situation. I see a lot of men doing the same shit.
I think this is my thing. I feel like I've been in love before, but it was a.
When was you in love?
Back in high school.
Doesn't count.
It does count.
Doesn't count.
It doesn't. It does count. What do you mean?
The reason I say it doesn't count, because like when you're, I feel like that's puppy love.
No, it's not.
That's puppy love.
I was aware of what I was popular. I had options, and I picked somebody, but the person was in love with what I had to offer. Pretty much the clout, the exposure of being around me. I was invested. When you saving up, bro, in high school with no job, when you being creative to go on dates, when you spending your last dime on a movie date or to take a girl out and shit like that, that's effort, bro. Like, I didn't have a job until my 10th The
I
11th
understand,
grade year.
but when it comes to like anything high school, grade school was a blur. Like whatever you did in high school,
I
it's like
mature fast, bro.
it doesn't affect you like the person you are in high school and the person you are now are completely two different people, in my opinion.
I just don't want to settle for less, and I don't want to settle for the wrong person, and I don't want somebody to not understand what I got going on. I want you to add value to my life, and you know, if you a pretty face at that, that's good. I'm more, bro. Besides anything else, bro, I want value.
Everybody wants value. It's just.
But I get it. My system is a little confusing because I give validation and I focus on
a lot of validation.
Focus on one girl primarily, and then you don't know what the end goal is gonna be. But I don't know what the end goal is gonna be, because when everything clicks, I'm gonna be like, damn. I'm gonna just look at her and be like, this is the woman I want to spend the rest of my life with. That's when I'm gonna properly ask her to be my girlfriend. That's when I'm gonna move different. Because the energy, and this is a perfect segue for our next topic about first dates. The energy is different based on the person that you meet. You feel me? Mm-hmm. So if everything clicks, you've seen a nigga in love. There's nothing that he won't do. Like if he can't afford it, he'll save. If he can't get to that level right now, he'll figure out a way. You get what I'm saying? So I want to reach that level head over heels in love, where everything clicks, everything feels magical, and money becomes the least of my worries. It's all about the experience.
And see, now when it comes to like first dates now, like I still get shit for like the first date with being Gael. She was like,
that's a funny story, by the way. That shit was crazy.
I still get shit for it because like, even though it was like very memorable, but like
you's a wild nigga, man.
But like, all right, so our first date was at Buffalo Wild Wings. It was like she was looking cute. I can tell she was definitely nervous the whole time because she had her arms or like her hands like crossed like it was an interview.
She's not much of a talker anyways.
Yeah, and she was just like smiling like.
Oh, you about to get.
But I was nervous too. Like I was nervous.
I know
too.
you try to act like a cool nigga. You
I try to act like a cool nigga. Meanwhile, my back is dripping sweat. Oh my god, bro. But yeah, man. Plus, even to this day, we joke about like Buffalo Wild Wings, and she's like, I was telling her, man, I'm kind of mad that you didn't finish that strawberry lemonade because it wasn't refillable. At least get it to go cup.
Nigga, yeah. You a sick nigga, man. Tell that girl to finish her drink so you don't feel like you waste your money is crazy.
And then like, even to this day, we were like, I can't believe you brought me to Buffalo Wild Wings out of all places. So I'm like,
Wait, why was she mad though?
Well, the reason why she was mad is because she's like, oh, like, man, I heard you be trying to take these people to such and such, to this, to there. And I'm like, yeah, but you got to remember that, like, I work at Foot Action. Sometimes when I sell a shoe, it will make a lot of money. If I don't sell this one shoe that I bought for retail and then resell, I'm not going to have it. Plus, I'm working at Foot Action. I make $8 an hour getting 15 hours a week. And I'm like, shit.
You don't have much to begin with.
To be honest, I be thinking, like, damn, how did I get these sneakers and shit? But, like, when it comes to, like, first dates, like, you gotta like know exactly like where to bring the person. And sometimes even when I was like trying to like approach women saying like, oh, like where are you trying to go on the first date? Gael asked me, oh, where you want to go? And in the moment, I was in the mood for wings. So I was like, and Tuesday, $5 box.
You know what? I think, again, I blame IG for all this shit because a woman see Gucci bought Keisha Kior, he brought her to this restaurant. Now that's the emblem. You get what I'm saying? That's the staple now.
To this day, bro, I have to keep reminding just women in general that like you have to like don't be idolizing women like Lori Harvey. Like her job is to look good on Instagram. Like she literally has
she's from money, yeah.
She probably works out 3 times a day. She doesn't have a 9 to 5. You have to work at freaking Target like 8 hours of the day. You don't have time to go to the gym 3 hours a day. You don't even have time to be vegan.
Yeah, you don't have time to hire a personal trainer or a professional photographer to take your pictures like she does. So there's a lot of aspects. People just look at, when I see goals, when I see, me and somebody's son, I'm like, fam,
You know, like she probably takes 3 hours just to edit a selfie. Like,
yeah, G shit.
Like she literally put like time and effort into that picture. Not saying that you don't, but it's like that's all she has to do. You have to pay your bills.
I fucked the game up. I came up with a nice little system. First dates are cool, but now I'm creative. You get what I'm saying? Or at least I used to be creative when it comes to that. So what I figured out is, obviously I work in the afternoons mostly. So I don't really have time to go on dinner dates like that. What I've learned that has worked a lot, is really efficient, is lunch dates. Lunch dates or breakfast dates. I feel like on a more psychological level, because when you invite a woman to a breakfast date, think about what you're telling her. I want to see you in the morning. I want you to be the first person that I see to start my day off. And it's breakfast. It's like, who don't like breakfast? You have to be a serial killer not to like breakfast. It's like, damn, you don't like breakfast? Not for me. You feel me? And brunch works, you know, brunch, lunch. And it's just something small, and you get to see the person during the day, because a lot of women that I know personally, they tell me all the time, like, oh, these niggas be trying to see you late at night, and it just make me want to feel like you want to fuck me. So when you see a woman now, you know, during the day, it kind of gives her the reassurance that you don't mind being seen with her. You get what I'm saying?
Giving her a fake validation?
It's not fake validation. It depends on where you take her. Now, if she's from Palm Beach, you take her to Fort Lauderdale, okay, it don't matter if you take her day or night. Like, you really don't want nobody to see you with her. But if you take her somewhere thoughtful, you know, during the day, like, I think a lot of women can respect that.
No, I know you're a nasty bag, bro. I know you're a nasty bag.
I'm not gonna give niggas all my gems.
My favorite Cheech nasty bag is like, she's like, when Cheech will recommend, oh, let's go to this place, such and such, not knowing that Cheech know the chef, know the waiter, know this.
Oh,
like,
my.
You ain't paying for shit. Meanwhile, like, she's like, oh my gosh, I can't believe he's buying me filet mignon, shrimp, wine. Meanwhile,
networking. This
nigga Cheech paid $20 for the whole night. Run it up, man. Run it up.
I know bartenders at different places. You think you gonna break my pockets? No, shorty, that's my man. My man's right here.
All the Cheech's days be on Clematis.
Oh, nah, you out. Hey, Clematis got some expensive ass spots.
Not for you?
Used to, allegedly.
This
man here, man.
Oh man. But on the end note, because I know like Gael gonna watch this and say like, oh really? That's how you feel about, you gotta bring up the freaking Buffalo Wild Wings shit. I'm like, yeah, let's look at it this way. If I had my last dollar, I wanted to give it to you.
Aww.
Just saying. That's how important you were to me and are to me.
Oh my god. Alright, so fuck it. The next topic is gonna bring us heat. I want all the smoke. So let's talk about it. Let's talk about how maturity plays into, you know, how your age and maturity plays a role in you growing up and making your place in this world. Because I kind of want to get this out the way so people can understand. Even though you could be a mature young person, and I could see that and I could understand that, society has set rules. It's designed in a way where with each age that you reach, there's a certain expectation. You could be the most mature 16-year-old. You cannot buy liquor.
That's a fact.
You cannot buy cigarettes like that in certain places. You get what I'm saying?
No matter how mature I am, I can't rent a car.
You could be the son of the president of the United States. If you 15, nigga, you cannot vote. You get what I'm saying? That's just that on that.
Your opinion don't mean shit.
Exactly. So if society kind of implement a structure on how you looked at a certain age, you have to understand that people that deal with you have to look at you that way as well. Because I meet a lot of people and they're like, oh, why are you looking at me like that? You know, you can't put maturity, age on maturity levels, this and that. No, I want to see you in a certain light. If you 25, you should not be doing what an 18-year-old is doing. It's not attractive.
That's a fact. Like it's real lame when I see like niggas that's like 27, 28 getting slugs for the first time. I'm like, don't you think you passed that?
You passed that. You feel me? And there's certain, things that I see going on. I'm like, you should not be you at an age. I'm going through this right now, and I'm not gonna make this super personal, but it's just like, for me, I want everybody to do good. And it makes me kind of angry that if I love this person, I'm at this age, I'm thinking about my future and beyond, and you thinking about the now. Like, fam, this is all cute, bro. Going out, dealing with women, you know, partying. It's all fun, but what's the end goal? When you go back home and lay down, what have you accomplished during the day? What have you learned? What have you done? What's your legacy? If you leave right now, what would people remember you for? You get what I'm saying?
And there's some people who like, if our conversation in college is literally the same conversations we're having today, there's something wrong there.
Yeah,
there's no growth. Like literally, if we're literally talking about, oh man, I can't wait to fuck that bitch the other day. Like, yeah, men will always talk about pussy, no matter how. I learned that from my uncles. My uncles are like damn near 30, 40 years old, still talking like they
still bragging about shit that they done
bragging.
in 1996. Like, fam, sit your ass.
I remember, man, I had that bitch on the leash, dog.
Oh, man. Hey, boy, I tore that pussy up, man. 87?
87?
Man, I was the man, man.
I was the man. But yeah, like, obviously, like, the woman will always be mentioned in the conversation, but that shouldn't be, like, the meat of the conversation. Like, I still feel some type of way when I be, like, not just, like, my white friends, but, like, when I'm around certain friends and all they talk about is their stocks and shit, I don't know nothing about that shit. I feel kind of weird every single time. But, like, it's just example, like, you're just showing growth in our conversations.
Yeah, and I'm at a point now where I kind of, like, don't talk to the same amount of people a day. Like, I'm just trying to rush home to kind of self-educate. I've been doing a lot of that lately because it's like, I'm going to talk to this person, we're going to talk about the same shit.
I don't care who such and such is fucking.
And I hate when, I'm cool with certain niggas that tell me everything that they're doing to get more pussy. Like, what are you doing for yourself and your family? Like, everything cannot, oh, damn, bro, wait till I hit him with this. I'm working out right now, bro. I'm trying to hit. Like, fam, do that shit for you so you can be healthy and create a legacy and a family. I know I might be thinking too deep into it, but I have certain expectations as I go, man. And this is why I feel like it's so hard for me. Some people might call it overthinking, but it's so hard for me to settle down and settle for the basic when I know I deserve the best. And that shit is annoying, bro.
Like, gee, shit. Like, if I'm 25 years old, I think it's the age where I should stop working for people under, like, 22 years old. Like, my boss shouldn't be younger than me at my age 20.
And telling me what the fuck to do.
Yeah, like, like obviously not everyone has, like, the opportunity to do that, but it's just telling y'all, like, growth needs to happen in everybody's life. Just saying.
For sure.
Some shit gets old very quickly. Yeah, that party will always be there. Like, we had DJ Thunder here. Like, it's an all-age party. But everyone knows that, like, Pangea shouldn't be, like, your main goal for the whole year. Bro, I can't wait to try to get some bitches at Pangea, bro. Like, bro, like, when Pangea's here, trust me, we gonna be out there. We gonna be out there, but that's not gonna be the highlight of our year.
Yeah, just shit. And I just want to say this real quick before I leave. If you think going to parties get you the most pussy in your life, then you need to reassess your life. Talk to a nigga that has his own house, his own car, pays his own bills, and is able to have bitches come over and sleep over. Like, I know women like to go out and shake their ass and dance and have fun and go back home. When they know they fucking with a grown-ass nigga that got his own shit together, trust me, that's where the power really lies. Because like I said, I like value, but women fiend for value. Oh
yeah, that's a fact. Like one of the biggest flexes I heard recently was in a barbershop. You know, niggas be giving it up in the barbershop. Yep. This man said, oh yeah, man, I was just like looking for a book, how you like to read here and there. And I saw the baddest bitch at Barnes and Noble. But like 17, 18-year-old us is not walking into a Barnes and Noble.
Exactly.
Like we're not trying to bag bitches at grocery stores. Like
exactly. But think about it though. But the fact that you met her there, it's a different caliber of woman to begin with. Like, oh, you reading. Like it's different. Like the more you
can read, shit.
Like, the more you get into you and your self-development, you're gonna attract a whole new pool of people.
That's a fact.
You feel me? I'm not gonna drop too many details here, but when you and your shit, trust me.
You should. If you only talk to women that like you meet in the club, is like, what type of woman do you think you're gonna like continue on meeting?
Women love passionate niggas, and they love when niggas with ambition. Why do you think they love rappers so much? No, that nigga want to be in the studio all night. He can't see you, but you still love him. Why? Because he's chasing something. He's not around you 24/7.
That's a fact.
Like, you get what I'm saying? Niggas is in my DMs that work a 9 to 5, and my nigga is recording in the studio trying to give the street some hits. You get what I'm saying? I study shit like that. I study human dynamics and how we interact with each other, and that's what makes things different. But
you should. And I think one last topic we can talk about is I think you brought this up. It's mama's boy versus daddy's girl.
Yes, I kind of wanted to touch on that because I want to kind of broaden the topic to the point where we talk about how these relationships affect you in the future. Because, you know, when you're a boy and you're a mama's boy and your mom does everything for you, you tend to start to look at women more as a tool, and you look at women on how on what they can offer you and bring to your life.
You said that as a mama's boy?
As a mama's boy, because I feel like you know, your mom protects you. That's my son. You know, he can't do nothing wrong. So you go through life. You know, I've seen it firsthand. You go through life, you know, not paying attention to the consequences of your actions. And for me, my sister kind of suffered from daddy's girl syndrome because, you know, now the conversations we have, you know, about her life situation is different. When my dad was doing all these things for you, when you were 7, my dad was a grown man in his 30s and 40s. He had the money to support you and give you everything you thought you wanted. Now, when you're in your own relationship with a person that's around your age, that person don't have it all together. That person don't have it all figured out. You guys have to actually grow together. So now you have to challenge yourself to work for things together and create a way to be happy together with somebody else. You get what I'm saying? So
I personally might have to disagree with your aspect on the mama's boy because everyone who really knows me knows I'm a mama's boy. I'm more, like you say, more closer to
why
mama.
is that though?
It's because of really how I was raised. Because growing up, my dad was usually working a lot, and so I was around like my mom a lot, my aunts a lot, my sister, my grandmas. I was around just women a lot growing up, and that could be another reason why I guess I don't really need attention from a lot of women, because I got so much attention from growing up from women. And I would say about mama's boys, they're very caring people. You can tell when a nigga didn't have his mama in his life.
Yeah, for sure.
You can definitely tell. Like, I would personally say mama's boys are a little bit more respectful, a little bit more courteous, more chivalrous. You know, like there's some shit where it's just like, oh, like there's really niggas to this day where it's like, man, I've been dating my girl for 3 years and she still want a Valentine's Day gift. Like, bro, like it should be second nature.
But
like,
see, this is my point though. Because you were raised around so many women and you've had that love, support, and care from your mom, you know, to this, you know, until this day, you know, do you see certain qualities that your mom possessed in your girlfriend?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
That's that's my point though.
But I'm not like seeking like, oh, if
I'm
she
not
doesn't
saying
do this like my mom, and like I'm throwing her out of here.
I'm not saying that, but I feel like that plays a huge role. So is there anything that you sometimes you question that your significant other is not doing that you've seen your mom do, or
no, I don't.
How's that dynamic? Or do you not take it that far?
No, I don't. As far as like, I don't compare like my girlfriend and my mom because like they're two completely different people. And with my mom, she goes like, my mom, in my opinion, is like the hardest working person I know. Like this woman will drive from Lake Worth to Doral, Miami every single day just to make sure her family's fine. Bro, my mom even stays at my grandma's house throughout the week just to save on gas. She's literally going out of her way to take care of her family, that she's not even staying in her house majority of the week. Yeah. A lot of people are saying, fuck that.
Yeah, and a lot of women ain't doing that.
You should.
I'll tell you that off rip.
Yeah, and I was, as far as like saying like what daddy's girls, what I realized that they kind of get dominantly whatever they want majority. And I don't know if this is coincidence. A lot of daddy's girls are very beautiful women.
Yeah, some niggas know what they was doing.
They're dominantly beautiful women, and actually a good segue into the subtopic is I always say this to everybody, that the only child is usually the spoiled child.
Oh my God, self-centered pieces of shit. Bro, I'm just saying, bro.
Like,
this shit is crazy.
When I argue with someone, it doesn't matter if it's male or female, I can tell if you were the only child. And say if you have like siblings, it kind of changes your character. You know how to share. You experience a different type of struggle when you have siblings. And not saying that I had to go through some crazy poor poverty struggle, but there's been some nights where it's like my mom, she just didn't feel like going out the house that night. So me and my sister just had to share this Pop-Tart or this plate or whatever. We had to share something. Mm-hmm. If there's like a little bit of fries left, oh, share that with your sister, share that with your brother, share that with this and that. Only childs do not go through that.
Yeah.
Like, you don't know what it's like to be considerate.
Yeah.
And I'm not bashing like.
And you start looking at other people crazy, like, whoa, you don't get this? You didn't get the Jordans that just dropped?
No. My mom had $200. It's either get one pair, I get like sneakers, my sister don't get shit, or we both buy freaking like Air Max 90s on sale. Like, come on, like, you just gotta know how to to accept shit. And acceptance is really hard for only children as well.
Oh yeah, 1000%.
Man, but shit. This was the first episode back, and I felt like we never left already, bro.
Yeah, man, and I feel relieved letting these things out. I've been writing down ideas, working nonstop to make sure we keep giving you guys a quality product. And a lot of you guys sent me ideas, love. I've done polls on my Instagram on what you guys want to see. You guys sent me some feedback. So, I kind of stay connected to the people in a sense. I know you don't got time because you be busy.
I've been connected to the people, but it's like, I guess I've been doing more like sneaker shit lately.
Yeah.
Like, I actually started to do like episodes with like the Trench Talk homies. We do like trendy episodes. I'm starting to do more IG lives about.
That shit was dope, by the way.
Thank you. I'm calling it Kicking It.
We could do one tonight. We could do one tonight. I hit up that boy Jamal.
Tomorrow.
Yeah, we set something up, man.
Yeah, we can definitely do it.
This was fun.
Yeah, man.
I feel like we're back. The energy is back. You feel me? New room, new set. You feel me? New energy, new producer.
Energy. And always, it will always be rest in peace, Rob.
Yeah, man.
Because Rob did a lot for us, and he will never ever be forgotten.
For sure, bro. Your legacy will always continue, man. We here, man. We working.
We here. So I go by the name of Gary, aka talk to me. Not don't talk to me at all.
Oh man, I go by the name of Cheech, man. If you are thick in jeans, I need your number. Nah, man, we out, man. We'll see y'all, man.
See you on the next episode, all right?